This week's member question actually came from a member ride. I was out on January 1st or 2nd, I can't remember what it was, but we did the Easton 100. That just means that you rode 100% of the days of the year so far. What ended up happening on the ride is the member question that came from a member who actually lives in town too. So anyways, what ended up happening was his rear derailleur hanger broke off. And I don't know if you've ever experienced something like that, but it can feel pretty catastrophic at times. But don't worry, there is a solution to it. And while I'm using this tool as an example, the one that I'm gonna recommend, which is the Crank Brothers M19, is a really nifty little multi-tool that you'll keep in your jersey pocket or in your tool roll, your saddle roll, wherever it may be. But what I'm gonna recommend is that it have a master link remover, because what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna ditch your rear derailleur in that situation, grab your hanger, you're gonna wanna save that for later because it'll save you money in the end. And long story short, you're gonna break your chain down so that it effectively becomes a single speed bike. You'll wanna have just enough tension in there just so that the rear wheel isn't moving around and that the chain is kind of snug on there. It was a pretty chaotic day, to say the least. We were out there for 3.5 hours in general. But my point is, carrying a multi-tool with you that is gonna be able to kind of get you out of a variety of pickles, basically, is what you're gonna aim for. A 2, a 4, a 6, an 8 are gonna be different size bits that you are absolutely gonna wanna have on your multi-tool. But as you go further out and life happens, as an example, in this situation with our member, he broke his rear derailleur hanger because the bolts were stripped, there was no threads to kind of grab onto, and ultimately his rear derailleur failed. Or rather, the bike failed. I don't know which one it is, but you get my point. We turned it into a single speed. We had a good rest of the day. We pedaled back onto the trail, and that was kind of it. So that was your member question. What do you do when your rear derailleur hanger breaks off? Grab your multi-tool, make sure you have a multi-tool that has a chain breaker on it, break the chain, make it a smaller chain, save your derailleur, save all the parts, pedal home safely. And if you can't get home then, call a friend. That's why you have friends. And that's this week's member question.